Hope deferred. You had your plans made. You knew this was going to happen. You would hope it would work. This will all come together, but it's not working out that way. I'm just a little bit nervous here. Hope deferred. It didn't happen what you wanted to happen. It didn't quite work out like that. So what are you going to do? Well, it makes the heart sick. Hope deferred. I thought I had it. We had it all worked out. I didn't see that coming. It kind of threw a wrench in the cogs. My plans have been devastated. I'm back where I was. It just didn't work out. Why is God punishing me? I didn't realize. I thought he would bless me in this. Hope deferred makes the heart sick, but a longing fulfilled when things go your way, it's a tree of life. You're like, be prepared for either. You thought it would work out, and whoops, it didn't quite work out what you thought, the way you thought. Are you still alive? Yep. You haven't fallen away from the grace of God? No. You'll be okay. Calm down. He who scorns instruction, the proverb writer is giving us all instruction. If we say, I get that Bible out of my face, there are many, who would say, I don't want to hear about the Bible. Well, he who scorns instruction, ain't nobody going to tell me. They'll pay for it if you scorn it. But he who respects a command, what God say? They're rewarded. I mean, love your enemies. Are you nuts? Leave room for God's wrath. Vengeance is the Almighty's. He'll repay. Help your neighbor. But that sucker slicked me out of this much money and that. I understand. Don't turn on him and become like him. The teaching of the wise is a fountain of life, turning a man from the snares of death. The teaching of the wise. Really, biblically speaking, there's two groups of individuals. The ones who try their best to be humble before God and do what's right, and the ones who don't. It's the age-old struggle between good and evil. And for anybody to look out at the world's population and say, there's no such thing as good or evil. Ha! Good understanding wins favor, but the way of the unfaithful is hard. No truer words have ever been said. I'm in Proverbs 13, verse 15. The only reason I'm reading them to you is they help me out a lot in how I'm going to roll on planet Earth. Better get it in your kids early. Giving them a cell phone and telling them to get in the back room to get them out of your hair because they're bothering you. Giving them a cell phone to keep them occupied instead of disciplining them as you go forth with various issues would be the best way to go. Don't think that cell phone's going to solve their discipline problem. Hardly. You make sure your children know that. Whoever heeds correction is honored. I just look at my own family. 4 sons and the daughter who showed up out of nowhere. Now she lives beside us. Any yow going on? Yeah. No. Whoever heeds correction is honored. A longing for feel, something you always wanted, is sweet to the soul when it happens. But fools detest turning from evil. All the thousands and thousands I've studied with, studied with one yesterday. He's sitting on the side of the road and I pull over. I had weapons of both kinds, firearms and a Bible, hoping he would be interested in what the Bible had to say instead of trying to rob or shoot me. Fools detest turning from evil. He walks up to the rig. I park. I sit there. I'm looking at him. He's sitting there. What does he want? He's next to the gate where I live. He's on somebody else's property, but my gate's got to open so I can see him. So I drive immediately out of my property onto somebody else's property, but the dude is sitting in the side of the road. The window comes down on my rig. I've got a bodyguard behind me watching the proceedings. We're fixed to find out whether he's a fool who detests turning from evil or he's up to no good. Robbery, rape, kill, shoot, whatever. He walks up, the window comes down. Yep, what you got? He said, I want to be baptized today. I said, get behind these two trucks. We're going to town. I was on my way anyway. Got a little meeting. Get in line behind the rig. Let's go. Boom. He goes, gets in his rig, and here we go. Little caravan now moving down the road. Somebody's fixed to be born again. A longing for feel is sweet to the soul. He said, I've thought about this, Mr. Robertson, for months. He said, I am ready. Where you from, dude? Alabama. I said, Alabama, great state. So somewhere over in that Alabama, we have a new brother. A longing for field. You married? Yep. How's it going with you and your woman? Pretty good. I'm like, she ought to see a big difference in you after this. You be the difference. You know what I'm saying? Yes, sir. Young buck. 30-ish. He who walks with the wise grows wise. One man on planet Earth, he wised up yesterday. All we've heard the whole of the matter. What's the conclusion? Fear God, do what he says.